Everybody, welcome to the stream. It is early. It's a little after 8 a.m. here in the States where I live. Welcome to the stream. We've got some good stuff going on here. The passes are going to open in about 5 minutes. I'm going to do a quick intro. If you haven't seen it yet, you got to see the video I just did, highlighting a little bit of a background drama, a little bit on this KVK that you're about to witness. That being said, I'm going to quickly go over some strategy that I think I could probably just see from the flagging. And then I'm likely going to have to come off camera and I'll just have some music in the background. I will be following the fights. I also have all of the rally reports. I've got rally reports coming from 1930 and I've got rally reports coming from 1945, which is over here. Now, if there's anybody else, 1939 I know is in here. I know Rays is in here. I know there's quite a few larger alliances and kingdoms in here. If you want to send me rally reports, by all means do so. I'm in T2A, so that's Lost Kingdom 111. You can find me there. So if you need coordinates, just hit me up on Discord and I will provide them for you. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I see Turbo Dude, Mason, Botter, Joseph, Elsa, Kong Han Fo, Mr. Naughty Rock with a bunch of eyes and lips and stuff. Turbo Dude 247, and Mr. Naughty Rock brings up a great point. Make sure you hit the like button on this stream, guys, please. I'm giving you all this content while also doing 2 other jobs. So, trying to help you guys out. What's up, Drago? You are doing well, bro. I am doing well, bro. Thank you, Starly. And Milo wants Naughty muted, which is not a bad idea, but he's also just kidding. Kidding, not kidding. King Zero, how's it going, Drago? It's going well. Joining the party here. Fantastic. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Everybody's welcome to join and just follow along with all the fun. So to quickly go across to all of the passes that are about to open, I want to show you what's there. So SCLA, that's Kingdom 1930. They got quite a few players here. Although I would think there's quite a few more, but there's also probably not everybody out on the field yet. Because they're just going to pour through the pass or they're going to random teleport in or something like that. Here's another SCLX setup from 1930. They're coming through as well. Scroll out. There's not going to be any, there shouldn't be any players here. This is a non-invasion zone. This is a friendly zone, so I'm not sure why there's so many players there. Same thing over here. Let me just quickly check. Probably just enough to take the pass. Okay. Now let's go over to the Coucha side from the 1930 team. You've got the folks in 1939 here, ready to rock and roll, evidently ready to go for the king. I don't know if maybe their king incentivized them like the 1945 king did, but, you know, what you gonna do? Let's see. What else do we got going on here? Ooh, that's a lot of people. Look at that. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, cool. And let's go to the other pass here. And we're going to go take a peek at 1932. Okay, so not too bad. Now, I will say, I've already taken a peek at the 1945 side. They've got quite a few players at these passes, guys. Quite a few players. And there is 1 minute 45 seconds left. But look at all these players from 1945. They took their king's message to heart, and they are ready to die for the kingdom. Alongside of 1957, their allies that are sprinkled in here as well. But quite a few players at this pass, which is the closest pass to the northern front. So this is a good one to kind of overwhelm quite a bit. And then we've also got this pass over here, which is also pretty heavily stacked. And with so many connecting alliances here, you got 3 connecting alliances to this pass. I would venture to say this is going to be a fort dropping pass. Would be my guess. At least that's what I would do in this situation. And now let's go over to the bottom side of Coucha really quick. And we got 1965. That's Rays. Their new kingdom. Not too many people here with a minute and some change left. That's very light. That is very light. Are they amassed somewhere else or what? That's very light. Looks like a couple of them are starting to come in, but nothing like waiting until the last second. And then you got this pass over here. This one is a little more beefy. It's got quite a few 1962 players over here, still more pouring in. But again, very, very low amount. I would venture to say, just based off of the activity levels I'm seeing here, that 1930 should not have a problem handling. I don't know, unless there's something going on here that I'm not aware of. Um, the activity looks to be heavily in favor of 1930. And then I would probably, if this was me, and it looks like there's 3 other alliances over here that's connected to this pass, I would be quickly getting through this pass, dropping a fort over here to get around to drop a fort here. Yeah, it's got to be here. So there should be a fort drop coming from 1930 right here where Pokemon is. That's what I would probably venture to see in the first hour and a half to 2 hours. That's what I would likely see. Well, first it'll be here. That'll be the first 1 hour or so, and then it'll take 4 or 5 hours to build. Then they'll take the pass. Then they'll drop another fort over here, and that'll take another 5 hours to build or so. And then they're going to be in, and then they can probably drop another fort in Okuri to help their brothers on the right side, because this right side looks to be the side that's going to have the most. It's going to have the most activity for an extended period of time. So these passes should be opening like any second. Yep, here we go. No protection time. So this is open. This is ready to rock and roll. Yes, Rays used to be in 377 or an earlier kingdom. I'm not sure exactly which one, but they migrated later so that they could be a little more competitive than they could be in the earlier kingdoms in Osiris League. Can you please suggest 5 marches for KVK2? Sure. Depends on what you're looking for. I like just skill damage marches in KVK2 because the damage is so good. So anything with Genghis primary, Saladin primary, Sun Tzu primary, Charles primary with YSG secondary. You could go. You could even go full epic and go with like Pelagius primary, Babar's primary, with secondary nukers behind like Osman, and again you could put Sun Tzu behind a Cav march if you want to. You can go Edward Tamiris. That's a really good pairing. Edward YSG works as well. Anything with Tamiris is good, but it just having skill damage is really nice. You just got to be careful. You can't go knee deep into enemy territory and expect to have a good favorable report with full skill damage. But you can definitely, if you want to go full infantry, do that. And then you're looking at Richard Ethelfled, Richard Charles, Richard Alex, that kind of thing. Throwing Alex YSG out there is not a bad pairing either. Saladin YSG is okay. It's not bad at all. Rays isn't stacked on the passes because they're fighting the Yellow Kingdom. Well, the Yellow Kingdom's got a lot to do to get out of here. I mean, I don't know if I would focus all my efforts on the Yellow Kingdom. They're not doing anything. I mean, they can come out whenever they want. So they're building a flag here. There's already some stuff going on. 1946 is here. I mean, you've got. If I could just zoom out, that'd be fantastic. You've got stacked up forts here for a reason. You've got stacked up forts here for this reason, so that you can have 8 to 10 hours of buffer time to do what you need to do in Kalcha. So I'm not sure why they're all over there fighting instead of up here in Kalcha, where I think they should be. Epin Kumis. No, I'm not in this Lost Kingdom. I'm observing it. You can see that at the top middle of the screen, observing 117. I'm not in this one, but I'm showing it to you because a lot of people are definitely interested. This is the first big fight of their Lost Kingdom, so. What do you expect when people send you a gift? Why people saying it's low or even not bad? It's pretty nice for a gift. People giving something for you. Yeah, it's true. Matt Edward, doing very well. Thank you for asking. Flex, Rays needed to defend their Zone 5. Well, this is their Zone 4. Let's get it right. Villa is Zone 4. Hence, the passes coming into this zone are labeled Level 4 passes. Let's see. Is the Yellow Kingdom blocked? Yes, they are blocked, but they are coming out from what it looks like. But again, they've got 1965 has rings of forts around the passes. So unless they're going to drop a fort, which I don't see a fort being dropped anywhere. Like maybe here would be the place I would drop it, or even here would be a great spot. Or here would be a good spot too. Somewhere where only one alliance can hit it. It's kind of tough. Maybe even here, because you can reinforce very quickly. Yeah, here's a good spot, right here. You can plop a fort right here if you're Yellow Kingdom. And at the beginning, at least, only one alliance can attack you. And being that your pass is right there, you can easily reinforce. That's what I would do. Farmville in 111. Yeah, it turned into that after we wiped the kingdom. All right, guys. I do have to go. I've got a meeting here coming up in like 5 minutes. But this stuff is happening. We're going to start seeing everything popping off right now. The passes should be getting taken here any minute. Here's the 1930 pass. I'll go ahead and showcase that. If I see another one pop up really quick, I'll go ahead and move it. But I'm going to be moving the camera around. I'm going to be having some music going in the background for you. In fact, let me go ahead and do that really quickly. Go and get that started up for you. There you go. Let me know if the music is too low, if it needs to be raised up a little bit. I'm always needing to adjust this stuff. Now, only one rally. That's interesting. You've got multiple alliances connected to this pass. 3 alliances, in fact. If you want to get through as quickly as possible on these passes. 945 are already through. They're already pouring through. So again, they probably did do a triple rally. A single rally was not the play there on the left side. I will be coming back, Ahmad. Yeah, I'll be popping back in. And again, I'm going to be moving the camera around so you guys can see the fighting that's going on. I mean, obviously 1945 is pouring through the pass right now. That's the southern one. Let me check the northern one here. This one is still getting rallied, although it is about to go down here. There it goes. All right, so 957 takes the first pass here. So put in the, if you guys are hoping for a particular winner, go ahead and put in the comments hashtag 1930, hashtag 1945, hashtag 1939, etc. 1957, 1965, I think is in here as well. Go ahead and put who you think is going to win, who you think is going to be taking down the most people, whatever you want to say. And like I said, I will be jumping around here so you guys can see what's going on. I'll also refresh the map so you can see what the flagging looks like, so you can see what's happening in real time. And we will go from there, everybody. Again, I look to see a fort being dropped over here ASAP, like really quickly from 1930. In fact, let me go ahead and refresh right now. Hashtag Pink Space Glitter King. Raging Robot. Yes, that's right. Okay, we got a lot of 1945 in here. Give them those crisp Benjamins. That's right. It's essentially a 3v4. Yeah. That's good. I mean, that makes for good fights, guys. That makes for good fights. Upgrading T2A is ready. All right, I'm on it. I'll hop on my tablet and get it done while I'm doing the meeting. Like I said, multiple jobs at the same time, guys. We're doing this together. I would look for 1962 to place flags here. And I would also look for 1930 to block it with a fort. That's what I would do. I would put a fort right here so that 1962 cannot hop the mountain. And then that would give me time to get flags over across the mountain here and around it so that you can block it out and go past it. That's what I would do. You got a spot here as well that needs to be blocked. I'd be blocking the crap out of all this. Okay, there's 1962 dropping their first fort in there. Golly damn, I got 3 minutes, guys. But it's exciting. I don't see any more forts. Where's the flurry of forts? I want to see Fort Apocalypse. Let's go. Love your content. Keep it up. Greetings from 1786. Thank you, Ezequiel. I think that's how I say that name. Ezequiel Bueno. This is KVK2, guys. Yes. KVK2, Lost Kingdom 117. 1930 is an Imperium Kingdom in purple. 1945 is an Imperium Kingdom in red. And if you guys follow the K916 KVK, they're set up exactly the same way. So the top 3 kingdoms on the map are allied together, and they're going against basically everything on the bottom except for yellow. Yellow is blocked off on both sides. However, they are trying to push out, but they've got a lot of forts to get through. So I'm not sure how quick they're going to be able to get out, but that is impacting the light blue kingdom's ability to really make a presence in Kalcha. So that may be a dagger for the coalition on the left side here for 1945. We're getting a lot of 1945 is going to win. 1930, go, go, go. Miss Maya, yes, I am streaming, but I got, okay, 3 minutes, I've got to go. Is the music, before I go, is the music good? Pronounce the first 2 letters like X, the rest is fine. X equal. X equal. Isn't that what I said? I think that's what I said. Did I nail it or did I like almost nail it? Either way, welcome to the stream. Everybody, welcome to the stream. Again, if you have not done so, hit that like button. Hit the sub button if you have not done so. What's wrong with you if you haven't done it? My goodness. You got a video already this morning. You've got streaming happening throughout the day. You got another video likely coming tonight. Battles in Infinite Galaxy, by the way, coming later this evening as well. Music's good? All right, cool. I am going to have to mute myself again because I've got literal live calls happening right. Like I literally, so this is my gaming setup, guys, and then I shift to the right. Work setup. it's beautiful. I can do both at the same time. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and hop because it's 2 minutes now. So I will be back. I will be back kind of updating throughout, and I will be moving the camera around as well to see the fights as they're happening too. I'd imagine there should be tons of people pouring down this way as we go. Yep, here comes the steady stream of 1930 coming down. All right, guys, I'll be back. Enjoy. That goes away. And this comes up. Nice. There you go, guys. All right, guys, I'm back for a little bit. I still have the meeting going on in the background, but I wanted to jump back in. So it looks like 945 is pushing very hard against both of these kingdoms here. They're at their gate. I don't think they're up here yet. It looks like these guys are able to build it out pretty much at will. I don't see any 945 up here. Let me see if I see any rally reports for you guys. Nope, no rally reports yet. So it looks like, again, 939. It's 939 up here at the top and 932. So they're placing like defensive ring of forts here. It's very close to their starting area. I'm surprised they didn't do it like right here to give themselves a little bit of a buffer. But you got 939 basically trying to block off this whole area here. What's RSJ? What kingdom is RSJ in? Turn the music down a little bit so we can see, or so we can hear. This looks like 939 too, I guess. Oh no, this is 945. Okay, so they placed a fort right on top of 939's fort. So this one finishes in 6 hours. And there's 945 all over it. And the 945 one finishes in 7 hours. Okay, so this one's going to be interesting. Left side's losing already. Let's go check the left side then. So we can see the turn coming up. So 930, I mean, 930's got their forts right up front, behind the ring of defensive forts that 62 placed. So, I mean, I was saying earlier, it's ballsy. It's ballsy. It's ballsy for 930 to be this far forward, because it's a long way to reinforce, guys. That's a very long way to reinforce. Now, 962 went ahead and placed a fort up here by Kingsland. I don't know. It'll probably build because there's nothing over here at all. Like, I guess they're using this, and it's definitely going to build. So, there's nothing over here. Like, 930 should have built some defensive anti-fort forts, if you think about it. A good way to say it, I guess. If I was 930, which I was in my last KVK, we placed a bunch of forts right here and right here because I wanted to be able to kill all the forts that would inevitably drop over here on the right side. They've got nothing over here, so this is going to build from 962. And I'm not saying this is going to win the zone for 962, but it will definitely be a nuisance because they're going to be able to build out with impunity pretty easily and for a while. Just woke up, robot. Yeah, Sky, can you upgrade our alliance in Infinite Galaxy real quick? I think we have enough points now, according to Robot. So SCL alliances from 930 have built a really solid, basically, choke point here against the two kingdoms that are coming up against them. But look at this. I mean, they're already losing territory because they likely pulled a fort. I wonder if that was the fort that's now being built over here. All right, thanks, Guy. 945. Ooh, look at 945 trying to come over here and have some fun, too. And 965 over here as well. They're wanting to come over and have some fun. I don't know if that's going to stretch themselves a little too thin or what, but the pink and green kingdoms have a ton of forts. It's just all on their side. It's all up. There's only one fort from 945. Huh. Let me refresh the flags really quick. John Paul Oreo, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Again, I'm in and out on this call. I think the call's still going on. I'm not sure. I might need to jump to a different call here in just a second as well because I have back-to-back calls. But it's still progressing. We just saw some skirmishes up here where the Green Kingdom is flagging out. They're continuing to flag, and 45, 945 is continuing to try and slow them down and just have some open field fights over here. Let me see if I can find some more good fights for you guys to watch while I'm switching around. I think there's some fights up here. I'm not, yep, here we go. Here's the big boy fights. Here we go. Right on top of the 939, the V939 fort. Look at this. AoE damage all over the place. That's a lot of marches on the field, guys. Sky, well, I'm pretty sure that the call ended. Yeah. All right, so call ended. Now I gotta hop on another call. Does this one have the link? It does. Okay. So now I'm joining this call. Join. All right, this one I really have to pay attention to, guys, so I'm going to pop off again. Welly, it's very possible. It's very possible. KVK3 is a lot more wide open as far as who is in the bracket, so these kingdoms could be allies and or enemies. Well, not and or. Allies or enemies. In KVK3 for 916. All right, guys, I'm going to mute again. Looks like the other call is getting started. I will see you guys in a little bit. It would help if I unmuted my mic. How about that? So here we go. We're finally getting connected to some stuff here. And I can stay for another, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes. And then I've got to jet and shut the old stream down and do some actual work. But we've got connection finally from 962 to one of the 930 forts that has almost 3 hours left. So this is going to be a little dicey. I mean, you got tons of 930 down here, but 962 is definitely seeing their opportunity to maybe cause a little bit of disruption. SCLB, I think, is one of the bigger alliances in 930. They're also probably going to try and make it over here to 930's SCLA, which is their main alliance, I believe. So, yep, here we go. They're connecting to this one as well. This one is just started, so, this is going to be interesting, people. Very interesting. Let me go and refresh the map so we can see exactly what's going on. And we can go ahead and start seeing some rallies, yo. I'm going to start seeing some rallies, yo. Skywalker, you better start learning to be a lip reader if you're watching this channel, my friend. Because there's at least 1% of the stream that has me muted while talking. That's just how I roll. Alright, so here we go. We're going to start seeing some fort rallies, and I should be getting some rally reports for this as well. When they start happening. We got King Buff on most of this stuff here. Now, 962 is relatively safe for about 2.5 to 3 hours here. 930 is going to have to sit here and just start taking solo rallies. Now, they have the open field around their fort, which is good because they can swarm down whatever comes their way, but it may be costly. And again, it takes a while to get down here, guys. This is a very, very forward position. Whenever I saw these guys dropping the fortress down this far, I said it was ballsy, and it is. I mean, this is very ballsy to have all these forts down here this close to the passes of 1962. Luckily for 930, though, the folks in light blue, 965, they are building towards, okay, they are building towards all these forts, but they are really wrapped up over here against 946. 946 owning the open field around their pass area, and they are burning pretty much everything they possibly can here. Let's see. Let's check the other pass too. 946 is still trying to push. They've got some forts to get through, but they are making headway, especially over on this side here. I think a lot of these forts are very low hit point forts. This one in particular, it's over half already gone, and it's 102,000, so the tech's kind of low. 65 VS is likely a farm alliance at best. Then you've got also, can't touch that one, but this one I think is a bigger one. Yeah, 130,000. That's a little closer to max tech. It's not quite max tech, but it's close. You've got these flags also burning. This fort also burning. 946 is trying to make a hard push over here to really help out 930. Now, I haven't, one thing I haven't checked is the right side of the yellow team here. Have they even tried to come out? Looks like they have tried to come out a little bit against 945 over here. They're likely burning some things. Maybe not. They're connected. They should be burning some things. But, well, there's a pretty decent sized force from 945 over here. Wow. Wow. These guys aren't in O'Curry right now. These are defensive forces deployed by 945. They got a lot of people to spread around. That's impressive. That's very impressive. The activity for 945 is very high. I will say that. Let's check this over here. I don't think I see any expanded area. Yep, same thing. I don't think these guys are from 945. Well, some of them are, but I think that these are from the other blue kingdom over here as well to try and hold some things back. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I don't see the GC. No, yep, there it is. GVC. So those are all 945 folks as well. My goodness. They've got extra people to spare to camp out at a pass for pretty much free. So that's good. And they have a very heavy presence inside of O'Curry as well. Let's go see these rallies. Hopefully, we should be seeing some rallies here very shortly. They are connected. They have been connected for quite a few minutes. Now, again, 930 is forward on the open field, but 962 is congregating. They're conjugating all over the place. So let's see if we have some rallies coming this way. I would imagine they do. They have to have some rallies coming. Now, unfortunately for 962, they only have one connection from one alliance right now, However, nope, that's it. I don't know why they blocked themselves in with this fort. This is that alliance too. So they blocked themselves in with this fort. I don't know why they did that. They could have been over here with flags, relatively. You could have placed this up maybe here or something. This 62 WG fort should have been placed more up here, because it's very, and I can speak from experience, it's very difficult to come down the left side of this fort. So I would have placed this fort here, the 62 WG fort right here, and then I would have flagged from the left over to the right, assuming that they were going to be dropping something in this area. Not quite this close, but still, man. Hey Drago, who will win this KVK and lose to 916 in KVK Season 3? I don't know, man. It's all up in the air. It's the first couple hours. We've been streaming for about 2.5 hours, and nothing is solid yet. I will say 945 has a very, very solid presence everywhere that they can be on the map. In Okuri, they're up here in this area towards, I'm not sure if you can see my mouse cursor or not, but they're up towards the blue already. Also, the blue kingdom here, 957, they are touching green by their pass and at least holding. I don't know if they're necessarily pushing anymore, but they're at least trying to hold, while 945 fast flags up. As you can see, they're going directly north. They're going straight north. They don't have any other objectives. Now, 945 forts are positioned very well. These two here are blocked by the rivers. And then they've got the 935 or 939 fort here, but it's going to take them a very long time to build. Same thing here with 945 having 3 strategic forts right here that look to be able to be built before any flags are going to make it that direction. So 945 is going to have a solid forward presence over here on the left side. 939 is going to have to really partner up with 932 to hold this onslaught back. And I did see over here, like we predicted at the very beginning of the KVK opening, 930 has placed a fort over on this side, meaning they will likely try and flag over the mountain here to try and get another fort placed right here. Now again, here's going to be the downside. 939 has flagged this whole area up as a landing zone, I'm assuming, which is not a bad idea. The problem is that won't allow 930 to be able to flag over any mountains here or anything like that. So they're going to have to they're going to place this fort, which will take another 4.5 to 5 hours. Then they're going to have to place another fort, which will take 4.5 to 5 hours. It's going to be a long time before 930 is able to come over here and help. And it will likely be exhausted fighters on both sides of this side of the map. But they've got their own problems over here. Let's go check and see if there's a rally happening yet. I don't see one yet. Now, I do see SCLX SAD marches going away. So I'm wondering, I know that's down a lot of SCLX folks. I know they've got a fort building this direction. There it is right there. Let's see. Do we have any? Okay, so there's still some SCLX folks over here. This is just over 2 hours. So this is the faster fort right now, which is odd because it's also the closest to their mountains. And they have a pretty solid presence over here. But again, this is 965 now coming over with a little bit of help from Rays, trying to own the open field here and push 930's SCLM and SCLX marches back. And this could also spell trouble for 930. So let's see how this goes along here. Let me come up here again. I really think there should be some rallies hitting very shortly. I'm not sure why there haven't been rallies already. I know I haven't missed it yet, unless they swarmed it down right here, which I don't think so, because 962 looks to be owning the field here. And again, the reason being, SCLA might be doing a better job of killing off the troops for 962, but it just takes so long for 930 to get back over here because of how forward this is. This is a very forward presence. Look how far away it is from the pass, all the way up here on the top by the letters observing, by the word observing here. The pass is all the way up there. It takes probably 15 to 20 minutes to get all the way down here from the pass, and that's if you're at the pass. That's not even including the march to get to the pass if you're farther back with your city. You know, it may get to the point where you start to see some random teleports here. Here's a link in our alliance chat. I can go ahead and see if maybe there's some things going on. They're still flagging towards here. 32BA. These are all 945. So they're owning the open field on top of 92 or 93, 39, no, 32, 932, BA's flag. And here's Pokemon 2, which is 932 as well. See, 945 is just all over the place. They are everywhere you look. There's a big group of about 30 to 50 players for 945. It's incredible to watch. Now, okay, so again, I don't understand why there's not a rally yet. So I know that 930 owns the open field. You may need to take some really bad trades, you know, to get through this mess, right? Send an Alex Charles rally or something like that, right? Send an Alex Charles rally or a Charles Alex rally would work just as fine towards the fort. If these guys swarm, you'll likely get hurt, right? You're likely going to get hurt. But they're going to be hurt more. They're going to be swarming a 2 million rally with solo marches. And again, it's going to be a war of attrition. It's going to take them so long to get back down here. I would just keep sending Alex Charles and Charles Alex rallies until you basically have them self-remove themselves by swarming those rallies. They're either going to swarm the rallies or they're going to continue to fill this fortress, and they're going to run out. They're just going to run out if they don't get a massive amount of troops down here with a quickness. Again, 930 is owning the open field. They've got the king buff. Yeah, Skywalker. I'm waiting for Indonesian downtime to see what the field looks like. Because we saw that in our KVK, right? Where they were very active at the very beginning, and then all of a sudden it was midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning for them, and they're like, all right, hope you guys are going to have a good time. I'm going to bed. They're tighter than my Speedo after 12 donuts and a 6-pack. That's right. That's right, Sky. So 62 starting to mass together. I think they need a little bit more because, again, it looks like their king is not willing to spend the 500 gems to pop that buff for them, which is a shame because the 930 king has no problems dropping that 500 gems to own that open field. I would definitely get everybody together from 62, put them in a circle, and then pop that buff, and then push with a rally on the way. I still don't understand why there is no rally coming from 962. Maybe they're waiting for this one to build, which is not even full. This flag isn't full. And that's because 930 is hitting their marches on the way. My goodness. My goodness. I would be rallying and have them self-removing themselves because they're going to either swarm or fill the fort. I would just continue back to back to back to back to back rallies. Hi, again, what's the situation? Was off for a bit. So again, we're going through. 962 has connected to two 930 forts in Kalcha, and 945 is continuing to put on pressure in Okuri against, I believe it's 932 and 957. No, 932 and 939. 932 and 939. I'm starting to remember where everybody's at. What do you think about Baba Complain? Well, I made a video on that yesterday. You should go watch that. It's a little long. It's like 45 minutes, but I walked through the whole thing so that I wouldn't have to have that question pop up again. How about that? There's the buff. There's the king buff. 962 opening up that pocketbook and saying, you know what, 500 gems, it's a pretty good deal to give all my marches on the field a massive bonus to open field combat. Not a bad idea at all. In your opinion, who will win against 930 versus 945? Well, we won't be able to see until they actually meet. They're on opposite sides of the map. Right now, 930 is in a bit of a pickle because two of their forts are getting touched with almost 3 hours left remaining for them to build. And it's very far away from their starting zone, so it's going to be difficult for them to reinforce without having some heroes come in and basically solo fill some of these forts for 930, which is not outside the realm of possibility. They are an Imperium kingdom, so they definitely have some folks that may be up to the task on doing that. But Again, we're looking at some solid fighting in the open field finally. 962, again, just needs to start pushing if they want to. If they want to remove these forts, they need to push and they need to rally. I don't see any lines coming from the... Well, I see a couple here, but those look like scout lines. Either that or the rallies are coming from Zimbabwe. More and more 962 are coming out. Again, I don't understand the lack of rallies here. Nilat, you're right. These should not survive. But you gotta rally them. I mean, 962. You can't just connect to them and be like, all right, look, you know, look at the map. We've connected to you. Just please drop your fort. That's not how this works. 930 will defend this to the death. You need to rally. Where are the rallies? Hey Drago, your kingdom will recruit after KVK. Yes, Aga. Our KVK ends in just over 3 days, or just under 3 days, I should say. We will have a 12 to 24 hour window for anybody that wants to come and join 916 immediately after our KVK ends. You can come in and we will accept you. Yeah, Skywalker's handling it. Reach out to Yoda account. He's the king account right now. He's the lazy pink king account right now in 916. They're saving troops for KVK3, hence no rally. Hey, there's nothing wrong with forward thinking. I just don't know if this is the time for the forward thinking. That's all. That's all. They went too deep. They went balls deep, Milo. I'm telling you. They went balls deep. Like I said, it's ballsy how far down they went. No pun intended. Maybe a little bit. But, I mean, 930 is holding strong here. They're holding the open field against what should be the entirety of 962 right here. If you're a 962 player, you should be right here pushing all this away. If you can remove these forts from the south and maintain your forts building up here, you're going to be in really good shape. You got a nice little circle here. At least 3 of these should survive, if not all of them. You're going to be in really good shape to at least stay in this thing and wait for Rays and the 965 folks to maybe try and relock these guys up a little bit. And then you're going to be able to push, but you got to get rid of these forts. And the only way to do that is to rally them. You cannot wait. If you're waiting for this one to finish so you can double rally, because, I mean, when I say double rally, you're not even double rallying the fort. You're double rallying you're single rallying 2 different forts. That's what I mean by double rallying, and I don't know why you would do that. Start the rallies. You need to be starting the rallies. Like right now. 94 probably hate you. Lazy Pink King, my title gets longer after each KVK. Mine too. There's glitter in there. There's space in there now since we're playing Infinite Galaxy. And guys, if you want to come and join me on Infinite Galaxy, it's a great game. You should see Nightbot posting the download link. Go ahead and click it. We're on Nebula 12 if you want to go take a peek and have some fun over there. I'm going to be making a fighting video that we did. We've basically been fighting nonstop in Infinite Galaxy. It's kind of like the early days of Rise of Kingdoms where there is no diplomacy. Like, you're in our way and we're just going to destroy stuff. That's kind of where we're at in the game. So we've been expanding rapidly our territory into starports and stuff. So I feel like I can still talk about that right now because there's no rallies happening from 962. Where are the rallies? You've got a 78 million player right there up front. Rally something. You got a 100 million player right there. Rally something. 99 million player. Rally something. 52 million. Rally something. 64. Rally something. 70 million. Rally something. These guys should be cleared. I don't understand how they still have so many reinforcements. I know there's likely a train of players. And, I mean, you've got things to rally. Look, there's cities to rally. Rally everything. Everything. You can rally all these cities. There's another one. Rally it. You can swarm half of these cities. Look at this. Swarm. Rally. Probably rally. Oh, that one just kind of disappeared on me. Rally. I mean, you should be sending out rallies. So many rallies right now. You can get in top 10 alliance. I don't know what that is about, but definitely if you aren't spender, you aren't winning MGE, etc. Yes, that's very true. I mean, is that really the reason? Is there anybody from 962 on here that can explain to me why there aren't like 10 rallies going out right now? Can someone from 962 explain that to me? Because right now 930 is able to random teleport in without bubbles on cities as low as 25 million with impunity. With impunity. It's crazy to think about. Crazy to think about. This is off territory. I just rally the crap out of everything. Who is better kingdom you faced as KVK? Well, we faced two kingdoms at the same time. 894 and 904. I don't know. I think they were both equal. I think 894 probably fought more strategically, whereas 904 fought more defensively, which was probably their plan. But 904 made some very critical mistakes with trying to block their pass, not actually blocking it, and then trying to flag up their entire starting zone and not doing that correctly either. So I think they both fought well. They both came out very strong, and they both came out a lot harder than 962, I'll tell you that, because they were sending rallies whenever anything happened off tile in Calcia. Like, if anybody was off tile for a split second, there was a rally already up. They had people looking around. This guy, you know, this guy would have a rally. I mean, everybody would have rallies on them already. And this fort would have been rallied 3 times already at this point. Jigger, who do you think will win, 930 or 9? I don't know, man. I don't know who's going to win between 930 and 945. It's too early. Right now, I think if they lose these fortresses, which they should, because of the positioning, they should lose these. Then 930 will be on a little bit of a back foot. I know that they're trying to play probably a little defensively to weather the storm. We kind of had to do the same thing in 916, but we were also on the offense. This is more than offense. These guys were like, they pick a fight. They wanted to pick a fight with some people, because this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 flags, maybe 7 or 8 flags away from their pass. These forts were so close to their pass. 117, 898, 769. All right, maybe there's a rally. 898, 769, 898, 769. Here we go. 898, 769. Here we go. 898, 769. There's a mountain here. Good job. I love to watch the mountains. The mountains are fantastic. Well done. I don't know what I'm looking at. Terrible coordinates. To maybe clear up what's being said in the chat, because I see Skywalker trying to address it. It's a very powerful kingdom, guys. Our top 1,000 ends at like 45 mil or 50 mil. Like it's a deep kingdom. So what's being said is, if you're looking to go and try and find some easy gold heads, or win an MGE when you're not a heavy spender, or really just somebody who's had an account for a long time and has been massing up those items, there's a very low chance of you being able to do that. We do have a free-to-play 45 mil and under MGE for every commander in MGE. However, again, that's only one, and it's very competitive, and it's only for the top 10 spots. So, again, there's thousands of active players in 916, and the majority of them are over that 40 to 45 mil mark. So if you're going there to try and find a free win on something, or expecting to be, you know, if you're 36 mil in your top kingdom in a late kingdom right now, with no kills and low activity, you're likely not going to make it into a top 5 alliance. It's just there's limited spots, and there are people that have been here from the beginning that are in there. It does, Sky. Drago, do you think this fight will hold like 20 days or 10 days? No, it won't last that long. I would say maybe 4 or 5 days tops. 4 or 5 days tops. Most of these are about 4 or 5 days. Now, it depends on the next zones. It's not Okuri and Kalcha and everything. It's Villa Villa and Havana and Sakaka and Zarate. Those are the zones that take a long time. So it depends on how that gets done. Man, I don't understand. I just don't understand this. How is 930 pushing 962 back when they're that close to the gate? I understand their Imperium Kingdom. I get it. But at some point, your kingdom has to show up. Look at that. Unbelievable. I mean, well done, 930. There's no, let me say this. There's no reason these forts should be alive. There's no reason these forts should complete. If they complete, 930 has it. It's done. If these complete, 930 has the zone. You might as well just go ahead and cancel everything. Because 962, you've placed some great forts back here, but eventually they're going to make it over here, and they're just going to remove you. Because if you can't take out 2 forts that are 7 flags away from your pass, you're not going to be able to keep these forts all the way over here. It's just not going to happen. I'm really curious to know how we will be able to recruit with that new update, but Dom told me it is possible. Can't wait to see. Yes. 962 downtime, 24/7. AMX. James Simcock. Yes, thanks for explaining that. I think when players ask if 916 will be open for migration, it's worth explaining the limitation. Yeah, and here's the other thing. If you're coming here for rewards, you might as well just turn yourself back around. There's going to be players that lost over 1 million troops and got probably 10 million kills that won't get a reward from KVK2. We're that deep, guys. And I'm okay, but like I'm not getting any rewards. I think I might get Wu on my main just to try and max her, but I'm not getting any of the other stuff. Like I could care less about that stuff. I just want the fights, and I just want to have a solid kingdom that's well run, and that's why we made 916 from the ground up with the crew that we've got. Check 390417. Okay, 390417. It's probably down here. Oh, I almost nailed it on the dot. Ooh, okay, so 965 is over here. Ooh, rally. City Rock. Finally, y'all figured out how to rally. Oh, they burning some stuff. So why are y'all rallying this stuff? This is not critical, guys. I mean, oh, I would be furious. If I was y'all's king, I would be furious. I would be furious. Wu had some value in KVK3 when Zenobia wasn't around. Now almost every KVK3 had Zenobia. Yes. I will say there's still some value for Wu. Wu is actually really good for anti-swarm. One of Zenobia's really bad downfalls is that she's susceptible to swarm. Wu helps that. So, I mean, Zenobia Wu's not bad. Okay, see what happens when you rally? People start, leaving. People start leaving because they don't want to lose all their stuff. So, do this where it actually matters. Now, you do have 965. Why? Okay, again. Light blue is not 965. This is 930 something. Oh, wait, yeah, it is 965. All right, my bad. You got 965 over here doing what they're supposed to do. My bad. All right, so 965 is over here actually doing what they're supposed to do and removing this fort. So there likely will be a fort rally. Now, this is the one that's finishing first. Oh, look at this. See, they're losing troops. They're pulling troops out. Why are they doing that? Are they giving up? They're giving up on this fort already? Like right away? Why aren't they? They should be bubbling these cities, and then sending Barb Fort rallies out here to get out here quicker, and filling up all these cities' garrisons so they can keep refilling the fort. These are the things. These are the things, guys. These are the next level things that you need to do. Let's go back here and see if a rally has been decided to be sent. That's a big negative from 962. In fact, they're losing even more of the open field. How about that? 930 pushing their will around. If I was... I mean, that X fortress isn't necessarily a necessity, but it's nice to have because you're blocking the 945 entrance over here eventually, and you can come across the mountain here and start cutting 965 a lot quicker than having to wait for these to build and then coming through, which they will likely layer up like they're in Alaska trying to go outside for an hour. 962 has just made a bunch of terrible mistakes. This fort here being one of them. And again, not rallying. They've given this fort 45 minutes free. For free. How's 939 doing? I'm going to migrate there soon. Okay. It looks like they're about to go drop a fort. 555 to Takeda. Should I go Attila or William? If you're a rallier, I would go Attila. If you're more open field, I would go William. But, I mean, both are good. You should have both, honestly. Can I say both? Can I say both? Because you should have both. If you got Takeda, you should have both. Is 930 bigger than 916? No. No, it is not. I don't think there's many bigger kingdoms out there. And it's not even a power thing. It's a just sheer volume of active players thing. Yeah. We built it right, guys. Built 916 right. Do we have any rallies out? I mean, come on. Again, like, this is an off tile. This is off tile. Where are the rallies? Off tile, off tile, off tile. Off tile. I don't get it, Turkish. Yeah, so did 945. John Paul. With the new update, if you are half down to KVK3 and decide to migrate, is that still possible with the new update? Yeah, you can come to newer kingdoms whenever you want after KVK1, just like you can now. You just can't leave from new kingdoms to old kingdoms. That's all. That's the change. If not, the commander difference would be nice to have 916 versus 254. Yeah, it would be nice. But I would love a rematch with 254. But yeah, they've got a pretty significant, a really significant commander advantage over us. But that's fine. That's the game, the way the game is right now, unfortunately. Yeah, I was gonna leave with a couple rallies here because I do have to go. It's 11 a.m. and I've got to make some calls, but I just don't understand. There's no rallies. There should be plenty of rallies coming. Whoa, 20 seconds? It hasn't been 30 minutes. They must have filled that flag up nice. 254 lost 1 KVK. Don't remember to who. I don't remember either. I think it was like 411 or something when they were big. I think it was 411 when they were big. Or a kingdom like that. There's 965 coming out. Maybe they've either given up against the 946 guys or they've either locked them in. Because 965 looks like they're coming out in force now. Let's go check on the SCLX port and see how that's looking. Is it gone already? Oh, okay, I was going to say. Yeah, 965p is hard over here. And they're about to connect. So you got 6 seconds. So there should be an immediate rally. Have they started a rally yet? I just came back. Demonic Knight. No, I don't think so. All right, so this flag is complete. 965 should be porting in here with a quickness, and then you should see a rally start almost immediately. Don't make me look like an idiot. Why are you covering your own area? Don't make me look like an idiot. Port in here and start rallying. Don't make me look like an idiot. Start porting in and rally. Hey, sir, Cyrus or Ramses for a free-to-play low spin? I love that. I love those questions, Miles. For free-to-play low spender, which really high-end legendary commander should I max? Do you have the gold heads? If you have the gold heads, I think Ramses is more universal, but I think Cyrus is probably just a little bit better. But I mean, I think you can't go wrong with either one. But again, you're free to play low spender unless you've been saving up. It's going to be a while before you can get them anyway, and then there's probably going to be another Archer Commander coming out to replace those two. So, which we had a free TP spot like that in our KVK. Yeah, I know. You're making me look like an idiot. 965, port in. These are port in spots. Let me see if I can port in. Oh, well, let me port in. I tried to port in. It wouldn't let me. It just wouldn't let me do it. Now, this is up to 7 hours. This was 2 hours about 30 minutes ago. This should be about an hour and a half left. It looks like 930 is giving up on this fortress. Free to play Attila Takeda, worth it for Heroic Anthem. Already have Con YG. Julius. You make me chuckle on the inside. Alright, so this is likely to go down, assuming, okay, they do know, 965 knows how to rally. Cities, at least. They know how to rally cities. And this player here, so he's got 6 million kills and 63 million power. This is probably, yes, this is an original 930 member, 65 million ID. Very low dead, though. So let's see how this plays out. Oh, they canceled the rally? They canceled the rally. I just sat here and told y'all you knew how to rally. You've got field presence. You got people here to reinforce. You could have made him leave. This is the A seed kingdoms, by the way. Okay, he left. So this is the A seed KVK2 bracket for this set of bracket. For those of you that don't know. 916 have many fighter, don't afraid to lose troop. Don't know about 45 or 30. Right. Tommy is the best secondary for him if that's what you are looking for. Yes. I love the way 916 rallied and swarmed opponents' forts in Coucha. Yes. That was amazing. That was amazing. Those were fun. Seems really good for Edward. Who seems really good for Edward? The only commander that should be with Edward, there's only two. Tamiris and YSG. Everybody else should not be with Edward. Alright, so this is likely to go down. They've basically given up on this fort. Let's go check in with hashtag RallyWatch from 962 and see if maybe they have figured out how to send the rally. Now that they're connected to 2 forts, not just 1, but 2 930 forts, which they don't own the open field for. Raze is having to come over here from 965 to help out on the open field. This poor guy, is getting it. He's getting the pee-pee. Edward, that poor man. My game keeps crashing. Mine's been pretty good. I've only crashed once. Yeah, that guy got the pee-pee. He gone. He's so dead. He's still moving, but dead. He's so dead. He's double dead. Look at that. Oh, okay, here comes the Genghis. He's getting the PP too. 930 coming down to address the minor 965 threat. However, 962, pushing hard. Look at this. I felt it in my loins. This is not where my loins are. I just had a itch on my chest. Although, you know. 962 pushing hard here. Trying to get the stones to go ahead and send a rally to one or both of these forts here. Let's see how this goes. I have to go. God dang, I gotta go. I've got to leave, but I don't want to leave. I'm really enjoying commentating this KVK. This is so much fun. Oh, I love it. Ramsey's great primary for any archer, to be honest. Yes, that's very accurate. Lazy Pink Yoda King is a huge archer guy now. So you should ask him all the archer questions. Besides Eddie. Exactly. Okay, so now 962 is in fact pushing. Let's see if they've rallied any of these other open. Nope. Solo's still here. This little 30 million, 40 million players still here. This little 58 million, well, not little, but you know what I'm saying. Easily rallyable city. 93 million, that's a little bit bigger. This one I would think twice about, especially considering he looks like an actual fighter. And he does have an older account. He's a very old account. My goodness, this is like an OG account. 400,000 ID. My goodness. That was like third day of rock. I don't want to bitch about, but it looks like a D Kingdom bracket. With the exception of 945 and some of 930, I tend to agree. You can continue tomorrow. Well, this will all be over tomorrow, the way it's looking. This might not last very long. Or it will last a long time, to be honest with you, now that I'm thinking about it. Because if these forts go down, it's just going to take longer for 930 to eventually come down here and pound 962. The only reason 962 has a chance right now with what they're doing is because they're so far away from their reinforcement area. And they're not rallying any of the cities that are reinforcing this area that are off tile. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And they're just placing more forts. Let's just place some more forts, guys. Let's just do that. 32B8. Isn't that... That's 932, right? That's 932? I think this is 932. 932 is their ally in, I want to say green, right? Yeah, it's the Green Kingdom. So they're placing a fort down here now too. Right here. But this one's going to take a while. And they definitely aren't going to be able to reinforce very well. But this has got 3.5 hours left. That's not bad. That's a full fort. These are all... Ooh, look at this. This guy getting some stones. 124, you can kind of afford to do this. 124 million in KvK2. You can take a few rallies and not really worry about it. You won't fill your hospital. You can take a double rally and still have a couple 100,000 left and give nothing but dead. So it's not bad for these bigger players to be able to do that. Now, next KVK, I would not do that. I would not do that at all. God, I would be rallying the crap out of everything. Look at all this. Even this 62 guy. He's off tile. 930 off tile. 930 off tile. My goodness. All right. Let's see. Wait. Okay, here we go. Again, fort still without a rally. 2 hours left. 902 are farmers. 902 has really high-powered whales, but they didn't fight back much for unknown reasons. What do you think about 30 and 45 compared to 916? I don't want to say yet because I don't know the full story and I'm not able to see all of what's happening. I will say 945 has some very good activity. They're the closest 900 kingdom that I've seen to have the activity that 916 has. We still have more, but it's closer. It's closer. I don't think 930 has the activity we do, just from what I'm looking at. They're not as fast. 341, 1083. 341. 1083 is way up there. That's like tip top of the 1083. $341, 1083. Here we go. Poppy. Okay. Good job. Thank you for taking me away from the action. You get this emoji. There you go. All right, so again, 930 trying to hold on for dear life with their forts here against the onslaught that is the non-rallying 962. Ooh. Nope, still messed up. Okay, yeah, so without any rallies, this is a moot point. You just need to send a few rallies. At least rally the cities. Like, you own the area around the cities. Rally the cities. Get rid of them. I don't. Are all the ralliers from 962 AFK? Why are they building this north? They've blocked themselves in with forts. Why are you? Go back over here to the fort. I'm sorry, I get emotionally involved when I see just stuff not working. When I see people not doing what they're supposed to do. It's next level. It's so next level I don't understand. It's a brilliant strat. You just don't get it. Exactly, Teha. It's starting to piss me off. Come on. Rally this thing, man. Jeez. I'm not even for anybody, but I know what's supposed to be happening, and it's not happening. Not only should these forts have rallies on them, all of these open field cities. Look at this. Look at all of these things. They're not rallied. Oh. Baloo, yes, I am still cold. It's freezing. I've got some thermals under here, as well as the sweatshirt and the beanie. I don't understand. Look at this. Oh, it's like this is Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and those French knights are on the top of this this fort. You know, blowing raspberries at 962. That's what's happening right now. I'm shocked some 40 mil hasn't even set a rally. I know. We have to tell, 55 mil players, stop rallying. We've got, 100 mil player with max tech and max commanders rallying. Stop it. These guys aren't even accidentally rallying with the wrong people. We can't touch a flag in 916 without people stabbing each other to set rallies. Exactly. You can start shivving people. Like, no, it's my turn. It's my turn. These guys are like, you go ahead. What is happening right now? I don't get it. Drago, take a shot. You need to relax. James, I can't. I'm technically working right now. I can't do that. It's bad enough that I'm streaming. I should be making some calls right now. But I don't want to leave this stream without a rally being set. God dang it. They've got, dude, there's 100 mil players sitting right here. You got 62. There was a 90 mil over here. There's a 77. There's 103 mil right there. Ugh. 99 mil. With plenty of good fillers. Look at this. Look at all these fillers right here. 82, 83. That guy just leaving. He's like, nah, we don't do rally. I don't want to rally. It was gone. That's weird. You see that? That can't be accurate. Let me come back in here. There we go. Okay. You saw the dots, right? Where it wasn't connected to the orange territory? Are they rallying over? Oh, look at this. Here's 962. Push. Look at the push. They're pushing to build more flags. They're like, you know what? Build the forts. No problem. We're just going to flag right by you. This is our strategy. Our strategy is just to ignore the forts altogether. That way, we can continue to open field fight and build more flags. What a mistake 930 made. Not having these two forts to touch is what 962 is thinking. They're like, we got to take advantage of this. We got to take advantage of this flaw in their fort dropping tactics. We got to get into the middle here. We just got to do it. so that we can break out. They can't contain us. Rally the forts. Rally the forts. Just do it. Jesus believes in you. Let's go. It's 2 hours. There's 2 hours left. There was 3 hours an hour ago. 0 rallies ago. See south side of SCLA fort. Okay. There we go. 965 is like, well, maybe we can rally it. We're already taking out the SCLX fort. Why not come up here and do 962's job? They did take out that fort. So the SCLX fort is gone. So now 965 is like, okay, well, if they're not going to rally it, we'll rally it. Oh, my goodness. Is 946 coming out? No, they're still sitting here. Again, why do you drag me out just to see some people sitting around a pass? Terrible. All right, let's refresh the territory over here to take a quick peek at 945. It looks like 945 is officially touching the green territory. Let's see how this is looking. It was looking bad before 945 territory was up here. And yeah, we see a lot of green. Oh my goodness, look at 945 starting to tear some things up. This is what 962 should look like. I know they don't have the amount of players that 945 has, but just start tearing some stuff up. Rally something. Burn a flag. Yeah, 945 is pretty much owning that territory. Looks like they're going over here to the right side too to help out their allies in blue take out this territory too. And it looks like green is starting to layer up already with 940. No, that's not a layer. I'm sorry, that's a fort. But 45 does have the field here. I mean, this is a slaughter. 945 is absolutely slaughtering over here. I don't think 930 is going to be able to come over here in time. And honestly, 930's already got their work cut out for them on the left side. They got a lot of work to do over here. Show me a rally. Yeah, Sky, I'm kind of in the same boat. Any kingdom that's got a Jon Snow in it, it's doomed to fail. I see a Jon Snow in there. And this fort won't even load. It's like, well, I'm not supposed to be here. The fort's not loading. It's like, I'm not supposed to be here, so I'm just not going to load. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this flag has 16 minutes. Let's see. They had to build 1, 2. Come on, keep loading, please. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 flags to get here. In the time, well, they didn't build all 12 in the same time, but they built 12 flags to get here, which is 50% more than 962 has. And I got a feeling that 965 is going to rally before 962 does. I have the feeling. I have the gut feeling. Duh. I have a farm account there. Should I log in around? Milo, you may be the savior of the kingdom. 88 million power, 20 million kills. Let's go. Let's do it. He is an older player, 37 million ID. He's probably a mid 400 or 500 kingdom starting. Ooh, 1.1 million dead. It's not looking good for a rally, folks. It's not looking good for a... Ooh, no rally. Open field marches. This is what's going to win. That's why his name is Win. He's the one with the strategy. 930 has bad planning, to be honest. I don't know if it's bad planning. It might be bad execution. But again, I said the forts were very ballsy. They should not be up right now. Like, these forts should not be up. They should have been deleted 45 minutes ago. Sunny Knox, thank you. We will see a rally, people. It has been foretold in chat. We will see a rally, at least from 965. Can you please ask 962 why in the hell they have not rallied in the last hour, these two forts that they've been connected to. And instead are open field fighting and building a flag in between the two forts. Can you please get me an answer? The people need to know. Drago, drop T2A fort there. Oh, I would love to be here with T2A. This would be amazing. And not just 916 in general. I would love to just be like, all right, one of you guys got to go. 916 is going to go ahead and take over one of these spots. Oh, I would love to be here. Jorge, it is happening now. You're rallying? We're finally rallying? The rally just died. What? I don't see any sad faces from a rally. I just see open field fighting. And that fort still does not want to show. There we go. Let's say that fort still doesn't want to show up. Uh-oh. Oh, I was going to say I thought I was going to die. Or the thing was going to crash. It's called chicken play. There was a con rally like 1 to 2 minutes ago. Did it actually touch the fort? Uh-oh. I told you it's going to crash. I could feel it. I could feel it. Feel it in my bones. Would 916 met either 930 or 945 in KVK3? No. They're in a different bracket. There was no way for us to meet either of them. As long as they don't acknowledge the fort, it does not exist. Demonic Knight, that's right. It touched the fort, Jorge? How did I possibly miss it? It couldn't have been alive for more than half a second then. Rally the cities that are around off tile if you can't touch the fort. The reason they're so solid there is because they have reinforcing cities around there. Rays will rally because they have good commanders with good equipment. Maybe there will be 2 rallies to AF. Okay. Yeah, we were just here. We see the 945 presence on the open field. It's pretty substantial. Green has not made much headway. They've dropped a bunch of forts, but I think a lot of them are done now. I thought they had dropped more forts than this. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can see an actual rally. I see a lot of scouts coming this way. Okay, so it's definitely took some damage. 2.5. Either it took damage or somebody removed themselves from the fort. It's 2.5 hours. This was 2 hours before. So at least one army has either left or the fort has gotten degraded. 1 hour, 49 minutes on this one. These should go down. I mean, these should go down. Let me know if y'all need me. Yoda will rally. Eddie Tommy up. Let's go. That's right. That's right. 361 fort. I'm not leaving for your chords anymore, buddy. Last chord you sent me to, they were just standing around at the pass. If you're going to put chords in there, tell me what it is first, please. Where's he at? There's a lot of wins here. Everybody wins. Win, 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 win. Everybody win. But you get the drift. He's around. I just don't know what his rally looks like. $916, 20 million player would have rallied by now. Yeah. Probably rallied and swarmed. In 916. You're going to start clearing. Clearing what? 333494. Well, I'm pretty much close to that now. 333494. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, 965 is starting to come up and start to clear. Yeah, once this is cleared, which it looks like it's about to be, this is going to be the end of this fort, at least. I would, if it was me, and I was 930 and I was in this situation, I would consolidate on one fort. I mean, 62 and 65 are consolidating on one fort. You should probably do the same thing. Did I see a rally? That's a rally, people. We have a rally. I need a button that's like rally watch with a buzzer and a red siren going off and all kinds of sound effects. We got to rally people. Got a Con rally incoming. Looks like Con Saladin, I think. Yeah, Con Saladin. Not bad. And they canceled the fort. No! Oh. Let me take a nap. Oh. Take a freaking nap. Oh my goodness. All right. Hashtag 945 never surrender. Well, you shouldn't surrender. You own the field. Like, heavily own the field. Well, no, it wasn't a waste of resources, guy. It was. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right, but it was too far down. It was too far down. When you're coming into Calcia against two kingdoms, you need to be where these 62 forts are. That's where we placed ours in 916. They couldn't make it there. We built them fast enough, and then we started pushing down. This is way too far down. Way too far down. It just takes too long to get there. You can't properly reinforce. And you've got... That's the thing. These should have been gone a long time ago. You've got cities all over the place, exposed. Look at this. All these 930 cities. Unrallied. Just sitting here. Not swarmed. No problem. I don't get it. Oh my goodness. Raise. Please rally these. I mean... Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Alright, let's take a look at this fort and see if this one gets deleted too. I do see some people going back, although they are low, except for that guy. That guy's not low. That guy's definitely low. I mean, deleting the fort wasn't probably the worst idea because they were going to get a really bad trade. Because they couldn't reinforce, and 62 could. And again, that's the reason why I told them to rally an hour ago. But, you know, what are you going to do? They canceled the fort that was in the corner too. 965 didn't touch it. Dang it. Oh, I'm bringing the content of what the people want. Unfortunately, the content has a mind of its own. This is what happens when you spectate somebody else's KVK. Drago gets upset. And then he goes on rants. Maybe I should do this more often, because it is fun. I hate, especially if I know there's another content creator and another KVK or whatever. I don't want to steal from them. You know, it's their content. It's not stealing. It's public. But I mean, you know what I mean. Like I hate it whenever I've got 916 and then 15 content creators are like, yeah, let's cover 916. And they're getting better numbers than me, and I'm the one covering the content and getting all the deads. You know, I don't want to do that. I'm not that guy. But I wanted to kind of see how this was going to play out because it was so hyped up on Facebook, and it's just not living up to the hype. And then here's my emoji. Hype. And then vomit. That's how we do it. When do you think next HA will come? Month and some change. Drago, who do you think you will meet in KVK3? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't looked into the brackets yet. Do you think it will be like Lost Kingdom 105, KVK 10 days of nonstop fighting? I hope so. I doubt it, though. The way this is shaping up, the strategies are just too weird. The executions of the strategies are just too weird. Now, here's another 930 fort, and I believe they're pretty close. Yep, there's 965 already covering up the area and connecting with... Oh, there's a rally. Let's see. Everybody in the stream, everybody. If you don't do it, I'll know because it'll cancel their port. You got to cross your fingers. If you cross your fingers, this rally will hit something, okay? I need you to cross your fingers. If this doesn't work, I'll know one of you didn't cross your fingers and you're banned. Okay? All of our hopes hinge on this con rally from Hellcat. Thank you. Yeah, throw the crossing your fingers in the chat if you're crossing your fingers, because we need this. We need this in our life. Where's it going, by the way? I'm trying to follow. Man, 930 is going up here too. Maybe it's coming to... Nope, that's a friendly. All right, let's try and get the... Oh, wait, here we go. Is that where it's going? Nope. So this rally is bypassing. Nope, bye. At 85 mil says, I'm not the target, but I don't even want to be around for this. That dude's like, bye. I don't want anything to do with that rally, even though it's not coming to my city. All right, so it's going to... Let's just keep following this line and see if they're passing so many cities. What are you doing? Okay, just let me follow it. Let me follow it just in case it does get canceled and I have to lose my S. Rally AF 45. Lost Kingdom 45? You want me to lead the... 45 is rallying. Okay, one sec. One sec. We gotta see this. We gotta see this. Look at all these 930s as well. They're just like, okay, we're done down here. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Well, I've gotten some messages. All right. Here we go. We're still going. Yeah, that's what I think. I think that's right, Mir. What? I don't get this. It can't be a fort because their territory is not up there. So they're passing all of these cities. I mean, some of these are big, so I get it. You know, this guy's coming back with a sad face. Maybe his rally. He's saying rally. Yeah. 30 Civil War. 930 Civil War? No, there's no way. Drago, why are you so giddy like a schoolgirl? Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. This is just... It's fun. I enjoy what I do, guys. It's so much fun. If I didn't have other jobs, this would be so much fun. Marching across the map. That's what I was thinking. I hope this isn't a Barb Fort rally. Crossing streams. Don't touch tips. Do not touch tips. Infantry rally. Richard leading. Coming in hot. Passing the Genghis-led rally. No emoji. Come on. You got to throw some emojis there. You're passing your opponent. Midfield. Touching tips. Could have high-fived somebody. These guys need to be schooled on proper KVK etiquette. Probably going for a fort. I know. That better not be the case. I mean, just look at... Oh, this would have been a perfect target. He's got War Frenzy. He had armies out. Oh, that would have been perfect. This guy, same thing. He's probably... Yeah. Oh, my... Oh. Is there some reports I can look at least? No reports. Get them where? Are they... Okay, you know what? 965. Are y'all building a fort up here? Are you guys making me follow this stupid march all the way up here because y'all are building a fort? That's exactly what's happening. They're going to build a fort up here. But where? But where? Is it going to be over here? I wonder if it's going to be over here. Longest rally ever. By the way. Longest rally ever. Look at all these. Yeah. I want to rally everything. I would be random TPing and swarming everything. I want to be in this KVK so bad. So bad. Oh my goodness. I'd be having so much fun. Okay, now I've officially lost the rally. I've officially lost the rally, but if we see a fort pop up here, that's what it was for, okay? So, somebody gave me chords earlier. Let me go to the air. Let's see. 925, 675. It's probably over at this point. 925, 675. 925. 75? Close. Ooh, 32's got some field presence. But not here. Okay, here we go. Oh, they let it die. 945 let the rally die? That wasn't smart. That wasn't smart at all. That's the first big mistake I've seen 945 make. James, are you Insidious in game? Is your in-game name Insidious? Abdul says that rally went to go play Clash of Clans. That's funny. Okay. Well, that rally was not good. If you were trying to showcase 945, that was not a good way to do it. Now, you guys do have the open field. Pokemon really just kind of MVP superstars over here holding this fort for 932, because otherwise, I think the 945 would just be steamrolling everything right now. 932 botting? You think they're botting? I don't see any botting. I mean, they're getting everything destroyed like almost instantly. Except for this one little clump. But this is a, tactic nowadays. This is the meta. Clumping up. I thought rallying with Richard was their first mistake. Rallying with Richard was happening from 930. This was 945 having a problem. All right, so that rally's done. Let me check the open field here, see if there's anything else juicy going on. So this might be doing something. Here we go. Here's a rally. Yeah, I'm having so much fun commentating on the left side, but all the action, the actual rally action, is on the right side. So I'm torn. I'm torn, people. SCLX rebuilt their fortress. Okay. Well, they had to. It had gone. Drago, we won KVK2. 918. Well done. It was fun managing the migration after how KVK1 was. You know what I mean. I do know what you mean. That's good bounce back. I'm glad to see you guys bounce back. Any action from the Locked Kingdom? Yeah. So they're still pushing out of their pass area. That's just so boring. It's 945 all over the... Ooh, see? I told you. I warned you. I told you this was going to happen. I told you this was going to happen. This was the spot. Man. Nostra frickin' Damas. Nostra frickin' Drago over here. Hashtag Nostra Drago. I'm gonna type it out. Hashtag Nostra Drago. This is exactly where I said they were going to play support. Because they have the open field here, and it's easy to reinforce. It's very quick. It's very quick. Hashtag Drago needs a shot. Blue. Supposed to be helping me here, buddy. Look at 946. Well, I mean, 965 had to come up to 965 had to come up to counter because 962 forgot where the rally button was. Look at this. They have one little strip of flags. That's it. Did they burn all their resources on forts and we're like, oh crap, we're supposed to flag too? Is that what happened? Because there's a lot of forts here. Were they okay? So here's. I need somebody from 962 to be honest with me. All right. Tell me if this is what happened. All the alliances that were supposed to come through here, because you were supposed to be able to flag over the mountain here, over the mountain here, 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 and come through the pass with at least 2 alliances here, also over here, 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 all the, like, you should have like 8 lines of flags, okay? If you're in 962, please tell me that all the alliances that were supposed to do that were spending their alliance resources on alliance tech, and then they used the last resources they had to build these forts. Please tell me that's what happened. And then y'all ran out of resources to actually flag. That's the only explanation for an entire kingdom flagging a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 flags in 3.5 hours. That's the only explanation. I don't care how dead your kingdom is. You could be an F kingdom and flag more than that. Oh, here's another one. Here's another one. How many did we say before? +1. +1. Somebody from 962 answered my question. I need to know. I need to know. My mind is broken right now. I need to know this. Our officers are sitting discussing what to do since 1 hour. Harsha, is that right? Hamam, I didn't see your message. I'm sorry if it wasn't supposed to be blocked. Nightbot's a little touchy today. I apologize. Hamam, Alama shot. Repost what you were going to say, but maybe don't have all the emojis so I can read it. They're double flagging. Okay, so what do you mean by double flagging? I don't see them double flagging. I don't see any double flagging. We tried to do it at 9:04 and we failed. Hamam. Oh yeah, okay. Yes, you did. But you know, yeah. It was for a reason, at least. You know, 894 was coming down here to help, and you guys did a good job fighting in the open field. It just, we wore y'all down. And then you had to start layering because we were still really active and you guys were starting to go to bed. Yeah, my bot is super rude, Sky. I need to go have a talk with him. Arya, I'm working. So I can't take shots. I should be off here, guys. I should have been off here 45 minutes ago. You heathens. Alright, so both of these forts are gone for 9:30. They've replaced their forts, likely up top here, I would imagine. Okay. There's A, B, where's X? Where's X? Where's X? Are they out of resources? Where's X? I don't see X. Am I just missing it? I just don't see it. Maybe refresh. Refresh. Sipping Saturday will be fun. Yeah, I'll basically be streaming this. Oh, I can't wait until I have a few drinks in me too. Oh my goodness. That's a must watch, guys. I don't usually guarantee like excellence, although I can't turn that off. But you're going to want to tune in for that. If this is still going on and I get some drinks in me, oh, the commentary will be hilarious. Delete for a few minutes. So, well, no. Somebody said that they re-dropped their fort. Drago, you should make a strategy video. It would be nice. I've made strategy videos on KVK. But strategy, there's no like default strategy for the most part. Like there's some default things. Like I would have told 9:30, don't go past the, like maybe a little bit past the river. Like don't go any farther than that. Instead of placing here. They got a little too cocky. Maybe that's, you know. Our starport take is over 14 minutes. Yes, that's true. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, we both think you're doing a great job in 916. Thanks, man. Please don't take my comments as unintended criticism. No. Everybody's entitled to say something. How much strategy do they need to push rally button? How much strategy do they need to place more flags? They've literally got 15 flags of territory in the whole zone. They either don't have skillful craftsmen, they don't know where it's at, or they don't have the people to build the flags quick enough. I don't know. Hi, bro. You think 930 or 945 will win this KVK? Well, the way it's looking, 945 is looking pretty solid. 930 just got 3 of their forts destroyed because they placed them just a little too far down. And 945 is already knocking on the door. This couldn't have worked out any better for 945, to be honest. This couldn't have worked out any better for 945. They've just been unimpeded. Look at this. Whoop. Looks like my son on prom night. Just boop. Right up to the top. Right there. Do you know the most powerful player in this KVK? I do not. I don't usually pay attention to that stuff. Fort of 46 getting rallied by 65. Where's 46? I know 65's over here. Oh, down here. Okay. Got it. Oh, this one. Got it. 945 fighters are getting them dollar bills. That's right. Dollar bills, y'all. Oh, look at this. Swarm / rally or no? Oh, no. You got yourself a Saladin over here. Looks like 965 came over here and decided this wasn't going to be an okay thing for them to do. Oh. This isn't built, by the way. There's a flag here that's burning. That's this flag here. This fort is being built on top of the flag. And you've got cities here. This is going to be tough. This is tough to hold. You've got a Genghis rally against a Saladin garrison. Please tell me that's not Saladin Constantine. There goes the fort. That fort's gone. All right. Well, 965 is doing what they need to do to at least hold 46 off a little bit. But they have flagged over here. So, I mean, they don't necessarily need the fort. They can still continue to flag, but 65 has a pretty solid presence. But look at everything burning. Well, this was burning. This is still burning. This was burning. Still burning. Okay. So, I mean, there's still some chances here for 946 to break out, contain, and maybe even get into matcha and start having some fun, or trying to cut, some things here. But there's a lot of forts to go through at the passes. And they've got a lot of work they've basically got a week's worth of work to do in a matter of a day to help out in 930 in any way, shape, or form. Drago, we have an event soon. Are you going to be on? Yes, I am. Give me just a couple minutes. Murder Ball, after watching this stream, will you start making beginner guides for these kingdoms? Well, I did. That's what 916 was. I have a playlist. 916 starter project. Playlist. Dark Flames, they're not doing bad. 46 looks like they're performing better than 62. Am I wrong? 928, 670. Murderval versus Murderball. Okay, 928, 670. That's way too high. 670. 928. Here we go. This is the Pokemon ball. This is the Pokeball. Look what we just did. That's the great way to end the stream, guys. It's the Pokeball versus the 45 Pokeball, because it's 45 PK. Yes. Things happen for a reason, people. God is good. All the time. All right. I fought against them and KVK 1 and destroyed them. No fight going on right now. After watching the stream, will you start making beginner? I already did that. Yeah, I already answered that too. All right, so definitely a good place to end the stream off here. I've got a couple things to do. I've got a couple things to do in Infinite Galaxy, as well as make some calls for work, because I do want to have a job afterwards. Streaming all day when I'm supposed to be working. But I do it for you guys. Please, guys, hit the like button if you have not done so already. It's very helpful when you do that for me, especially considering what I'm doing to do this for you. And then also, again, if you have not subbed yet, make that happen. Slap the like button, hit the sub button, hit the bell notification, put a comment in the video when it posts. Say you were here when you saw the Pokeball battle of 2021. You were here when 1962 forgot where the rally button was. You were here when 930 took those forts, put them right on the doorstep of 962 and 965, and fully expected those things to in fact build, and they did not. And also when you saw 945 absolutely carpet the Okuri zone with marches. All right, guys. Pokemon ball here. The Pokeball is definitely doing some work. Lots of sad faces going back. I hope you guys have enjoyed this stream. It's almost 4 hours. I will see you guys in a little bit. I'll come back. Trust me. This is too much fun commentating not to come back and have fun with this. So we're going to be doing this. I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Cheers. Have a good one. Take care.